So guys, you're welcome to a new week. So this week I'm going to analyze the JPYX, so the Japanese yen index. I'm going to analyze the Japanese yen index here with us, and once you analyze the Japanese yen index, you can apply it to all other currency pairs which is paired with the Japanese yen. So when you know the bias, the direction of the JPYX, you can pair it with other currencies. Once the Japanese yen, they are inverse of each, so the JPYX is inverse of any other currency which is paired with it. So what I mean by this is, once the Japanese yen is bullish, all you're going to see on the other currency pair, they are going to be bearish. And when the Japanese yen is bearish, all you're going to see on other currencies, they are going to be bullish. So once you know the bias of the Japanese yen, you can use it to follow up on other currencies which are paired with it. So I'll be making the analysis on the Japanese yen here for us to see my views on what's happening in the market and how I trade here in the market. So this is what I'm going to show to us here in this video, and let's stick by and watch how it goes. So the first thing we'll do, as I said, we'll go to the the weekly time frame. So once we go to the weekly time frame, we are going to check out what the weekly time frame is doing. So after we check out what the weekly time frame we're doing, we'll come back to the 4-hour time frame. So coming back to the 4-hour time frame, we'll see daily also what the daily is doing. So then we'll now conclude our bias in the market. So we'll be going, this is the 4-hour time frame, this is the weekly time frame. So I'm going to the weekly time frame and I'm using the line chart to detect what the market is doing, if we are in an uptrend or a downtrend. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to check here. So we are bullish on the weekly time frame. You can see here, this is the break of high here, and this low is still intact. This low have not been taken out, so we are what? We are bullish. The market is heading there, we know, but for what we can see here, this is bullish. So without wasting much time, let's go to the daily time frame also. So this is the daily time frame. We can delete this from the daily time frame. We can delete this also. Okay, let's leave this one. So on the daily time frame, what can we see? On the daily time frame here, we can see that we are bearish. So this is the previous low taken out, and you can see series of equal highs here have been made. It's not making a new higher highs, equal highs here. So after the equal highs, this is what, so after the equal highs, you can see the market goes back to make a retest on the daily time zone, on the daily break. So it retests on the daily break, almost to the daily break. So this should be some wick. If we should go to candlestick, we'll see a wick, a candle wick. That's the rejection here. You can see the rejection here. This is what I'm talking about. So you can see the rejection. So when you are on the line, you will not see the wicks of the candles. I use that to detect the trend of the market actually, but when I want to see the wicks and where the market rejects, I use the candle to detect that. So you can see after the retest on the daily time frame, you can see we are coming back, and here you can see is the weekly time frame. Is once here breaks, that's the weekly break. So the weekly also will turn bullish. So it's coming there also to turn bullish according to the trend which we can see here. But for what we can see now, weekly is bullish and the daily is bearish. So we can see, so let's go back to the line chart. I've shown you what I want to show you here. So on the line chart here now, let's go to the 4-hour. So the daily is bearish. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what we have there also. So this is the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we are bearish here on the 4-hour time frame. So you can see the break of this 4-hour zone, this previous low, and the market failed to make a new high. So you can see equal highs here. So after the equal highs here, or the failed high, you can see the market is coming back down. So all we are going to do now, we will follow the majority, which is the majority of the trend here, which you can see is the daily and the 4-hour time frame, which is bearish. So we are going on the bearish move with them. So the weekly also might come in alignment as they keep pushing further. So all we are going to do here right now is I'm going on the daily time frame, or to say I'll use the 4-hour time frame to detect my area of interest. Where is my point of interest? Where will I love to sell the market from? Should I enter from this particular current market price, or I should wait for it to retest to some zone before selling from there? So this is what I mean by my area of interest. Where am I interested in selling the market? Or if it's on a buy, where am I interested in buying the market? So this is what my area of interest do. So let's go, let me show you my area of interest here, where I would love the market to retest to, or where the market might likely retest to before coming back to the downside. So here on the 4-hour time frame, so on the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to check from the highs of the day and the low. So I'm going to check from the previous high and the previous low to see what we have. On the 4-hour time frame, let's check for the area of interest here. So I'm going to take, so how I'm going to detect my area of interest is the particular zones which the market have retested several times. So that's where I'll know that there is an active zone for me to enter for a sell or a buy. So I'm going to mark out the previous high, which is here, and I'm going to mark out the previous low, which is here. So this zone, in between this zone to the back side before, that's where I'm going to check for my area of interest. So I'm going to count like this zone. I can see 1 touch here, I can see 2 touch, 3 touch. This zone might be a valid zone. I want the area which have several touch, like 4 touch. A 4 touch point to be okay. Area that have 4 touch points, and I'm going to check it out. So on this area, I can see some touch here, which cause the price of the market to go up. I can also see some rejection here. I'll go on the chart also, the candles, and I'll show it to you clear here. So you can see there are a lot of rejections on that particular zone. So let me go on the candlestick and I'll show it to you there on the candlestick. So you can see there's a lot of rejection on that particular zone. There's a lot of rejection there. You can see here also there's rejection on this zone. So what you are checking right now is on this 4-hour, what we might see a pushback to the retest zone there before we see a sell, before we get a sell. So after the market taps here, goes to form equal highs, coming here, making new low. We might see a push to this zone and coming to break the weekly low. Then coming to break here, so we might see something like this. And here also is another area. Here is a 4-hour break of structure. This zone you can see. Here is the 4-hour break of structure. That particular zone there is a 4-hour break of structure. So the market, so what we are looking up to, I want to use my Fib also, my Fibonacci level, to confirm the move. So on my Fib level, what I'm going to do, I'm drawing from the top to the down. So to this pullback, I'm going to draw to this pullback. So my fib level, as you can see, my fib level, the 61% and the 50%, the market usually retests and it respects the zone, the two zone there most times. So you can see that they also align with the area of interest on the 4-hour time frame. So you can draw some box there, some rectangle box there. So it aligns with the zone there. So all we are looking forward to right now is to sell whenever we see the market tap in that zone. So pick our two, we'll go on a short. So you can trade on this, right? You can trade on this, right? So all you're going to do now is, I told you once you can see that here is bearish, maybe GBP JPY is going to be bullish, and once you can see that here is bullish, the GBP JPY is going to be bearish. So since here is bearish, the GBP JPY is going to be bullish, so we are going to look for a buy on the GBP JPY. So we'll be on a buy on the GBP JPY. Yeah, so this is what it is. You can see that I already have everything here on the GBP JPY already. I already have the trade here on the GBP JPY. You can see a retest back, then continue to the upside. So this is all it is. I made some analysis on this already, the GBP JPY. You can check in my videos the analysis of this particular trade, and I dropped it in my video, so you can also check it out and know how I come about everything. So that's the same thing I did on the Japanese yen index. So guys, I hope this video, you find this video helpful. So this is all I have to say, and this is all I have to show you in this video. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. Peace.